We are joined by two former India cricketers, Sabah Karim and Vijay Dahiya. Gentlemen, welcome to the show. Before we talk about that masterclass by Kohli and KL Rahul, I really want to talk about the first 2 overs. 2 runs, 3 wickets, 3 ducks. This is the first time that 3 of India's top 4 batters have gotten out for a duck in men's ODIs. Sabah Karim, India made it difficult for themselves right at the beginning.
Yes, except for the initial setback or hiccup, India had a complete performance. But yes, a very unexpected from India's perspective to see 3 top order batters back to the pavilion without any score on board. But good to have this kind of an experienced batting lineup, and that is how India was able to absorb the pressure and then score freely in the end to put up a remarkable performance even in the run chase.
Well, before we talk about Virat Kohli's innings, Vijay Dahiya, Australia would be kicking themselves for that one moment of madness when Mitchell Marsh dropped Kohli. How crucial was that drop catch of Virat?
I think he didn't drop the catch, he dropped the match there. Look at Virat was batting at that time, Virat was at 12. And look what he's done. And, you wonder why Virat has been called a chase master. Look at his calm, composed, and reading of the situation is phenomenal. Although there were 3 down, just 2 on the board, but you never felt there was any sort of a pressure either on him or on KL Rahul, and that's the reason why he's so special. And having somebody like KL coming at 5 takes the pressure off Virat as well, especially when Zampa came on. I mean, we saw in the first inning, spinners were dominating, and Zampa had a very important role to play, and KL was very aggressive from his first over onwards. So he didn't let Zampa settle down at all. So that partnership looked really, really good, and a superb start after just losing 3 wickets for 2, but 165-run partnership from there. And we keep talking about it. Big games, who can handle the pressure really well will come on the top. And Indian team showing it again why they are a contender as far as this World Cup is concerned.
You see, one incredible thing about that chase was the fact that there were no sixes hit till the 40th over. Sabah Karim tells you how patient both KL Rahul and Virat Kohli were out there in the middle.
It also shows their experience in handling such tricky run chases, Osama. They could figure out that 3 down, India was under some kind of pressure, under caution, and they wanted to play the initial spell of Hazelwood and Mitchell Starc. And once they got through that initial new ball spell of both these top quality seam bowlers, they were able to attack. But you know what? The best part about this partnership was their intent. So if you have that kind of intent that you are out there to score runs, to win the game for your country, it'll always help you to absorb pressure and then score freely. And I think that's what transpired in this partnership between KL Rahul and Virat Kohli. So I think this is a good challenge in terms of run chase for India. 3 down for only 2 on board, and from there on to get to the score of 200. Was quite wonderful to watch. It just goes to show that that India has got that ability, and they have the batting depth to absorb this kind of pressure and then win matches.
Absolutely.
And that's what we've been talking about. It's so important to have experienced players, especially KL Rahul coming at number 5. He offers India that kind of stability. He's technically very solid. And all that really matters when you're up against a top quality bowling attack like Australia's.
Yeah, absolutely. We all.
I'll just add one more point. What Sabah just said about the intent. It comes with the clarity. If you look at, they definitely had a clear plan, which was missing when Australia was batting in the first inning.
Yeah, absolutely. And I want to talk about KL Rahul a little more. Vijay, how crucial is KL Rahul in this setup? Because consider this, an orthodox batter in that crucial number 5 position. Because when we look at all the other teams, you have the likes of Klaasen and all those people who go out and start hitting from the very get-go. For us to have that orthodox number 5 batter, how crucial is it for us?
Not only that, he's got the ability to change gears as well. And look at how he can adapt to any kind of situation. He can open the inning for you. He's got a different sort of a role at the moment, playing at that number. And as far as him being so, how important he is to the Indian side, you can say straight away, coming back after the injury, and he had the responsibility to lead the side as well. That's how important he is as far as this Indian setup is concerned. He adds value with the wicket keeping as well, not only with the glove work, but with his knowledge being behind the stump, and he's leading an IPL side for a couple of years now. So he's very, very important, and his temperament is phenomenal, and his calmness, even in that kind of situation, he was always given the impression that he's controlling the situation, and that's what makes him so special.
Absolutely, and especially with whatever that has transpired over the last couple of months, him getting injured, coming back into the team, a lot of noise regarding his selection, etc. How do you see that change from what it was to now, Sabah Karim? For him to go out and in the Asia Cup as well, when he came back, he hit a century, match-winning century. He comes here, scores a match-winning 97. How good is it for his own confidence here?
Sama, the best quality an international cricketer or an international athlete can have is to shut out these outside noises.
Yeah.
What is more important is the kind of communication you're receiving from the selectors and from the team management. And if we talk about KL Rahul, the kind of support, the kind of trust which the selectors and the team management have shown in him, that is why he believes that he holds immense value for Team India. So for him to ease into this Indian side, once back from injury, was quite smooth. And I think all that took place because the team management really supported him. Not only the head coach Rahul Dravid, but also Rohit Sharma. On top of that, all the entire selection committee. And that is why I think it has been so easy for KL Rahul to slip in without too much of noise. And I think that's what he has done. He has shut out all these outside noises and has concentrated on his skill. His glove work has improved. And batting, we saw what he did in the Asia Cup against Pakistan. That was a phenomenal innings, and he has continued in the same form. So this shows that the Indian team management has justifiably backed KL Rahul because he brings in so much of stability. He's a dependable batter, and also Sam, I think that's another point I want to bring out here is that India's combination and the balance is very precise. So we have 6 batters, and from number 7 you have Jadeja. And then R. Ashwin, but all these 5 bowlers, there are wicket-taking bowlers. If you look at the combination of the other teams, they are kind of depending heavily on their so-called batting all-rounders. So that is why the role of KL Rahul becomes more precious. So you need someone like KL Rahul coming in at number 5, who can withstand the pressure, what the way he did today, and also accelerate whenever it is required, the way he batted against Pakistan.
Absolutely. I also just want to quickly talk about the pitch. When India were bowling, Indian pacers, they got around 0.6 degrees of swing as compared to Australia, who got as much as 1.7 degrees of swing. Do you feel that, Vijay, that was one of the factors that might have taken India by surprise at the start of their innings?
I thought you'll bring the spinners in because it turned more in the first inning than the second, and my answer was ready to say the quality on display. But you mentioned about the fast bowling. Yes, it was very much there, and we talked about it. The importance of having somebody like Mitchell Starc on the side, what he brings, and the kind of bowler he is doesn't matter. Sometimes he's kind of bowler who takes the condition out of the window, and his ability is so superior. And with Hazelwood there, who's got this ability or uncanny knack of picking up wickets right at the top. So yeah, they're a very potent bowling unit. But I think in these conditions, spin is going to be very important. If their spinners are not fighting, especially Zampa, if he's not looking good, they'll have a challenge.
Well, match number 1, India wins. That's great news for all the Indian fans out there. Thank you, Sabah Karim. Thank you, Vijay Daya, for joining us on this special show on Turning Point.